Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
My name is Mike Mohoff. I'm from Fresno, California. Well, this bike started out, I don't know, I'm bad with time, but I want to say probably 18, 19 years ago when the chopper craze. I've always been into Harleys, but it really got more of a drive to build a bike when you know, all the chopper craze on TV took off. A buddy of mine and I said, you know what, hey, let's start putting some parts together. And over the course of probably 4 or 5 years, we ended up finishing the bike, and we liked the old school style. It had ape hangers on it before. Rick shortened up the bars, but we liked the old school style bike. So just put them together, and like I said, I've had this bike about 18 years, and have a lot of fun with it. It's been a blast. The same buddy that I was talking about earlier, he had a bike that he was going to look at purchasing and start working on. We were going to put and him and I both together, we kind of collaborated. We say, well, you know, this looks good, maybe not, maybe so. We just have a couple beers and discuss on what we think is going to look cool. And we were in the middle of putting the front end on it, and we said, you know, a set of rockers would be cool for our Springer. And I say our Springer, or our bike, because him and I both, it was cool. We both kind of talked about building this thing and how it would turn out, or how we would like it to turn out. And we called Rick here at RKB, and we got lucky. I guess there was a break in his work, and he said we caught him at a good time to come on down. And it just, a set of rockers turned into him completely finishing this bike. Really, it wasn't quite done. It wasn't detailed the way I wanted it to be. So we built that other bike, that standard Softail, which looks nothing like a standard Softail anymore. But he also helped me finish putting this thing to where it needs to be with the tank and a bunch of other handmade parts. So started off with a set of rockers, and then just kind of friendship grew, and it's been great. Now I got another bike in the shop, and a few other projects that we're going to be working on. So it's super cool. Back in the day, you know, watching the whole chopper biker build offs, we were into the old school stuff, like the Indian Larry, the Sucker Punch Sally back in the day. That old school type of bike, and that was kind of the theme I wanted to go for. Low bike, taller bars. Before, I had some 18s, some real tall 18s, and Springer front end. And that's the way it was up until about 6 months ago. And then I brought it into Rick, and Rick says, you know, this bike, you built it super cool. He goes, we can just tweak a few things here and there, and to really put it to where it needs to be. And I trust him. Obviously, everybody knows by the type of bikes he builds. I said, Rick, just tell me what you think we need to do, and let's do it. And we friscoed the tank. He put this polished rib down the center of the tank on the back of the fender. We made the wishbone front end for the Springer that I had. We shortened the bars, brought the bars down a little bit. He made some mid controls for me, set it up in the bike so it was more comfortable for me to ride. The seat that I had on there before was really getting into my tailbone, so he made me a new seat, and now just sitting on this bike, I really feel a part of it when I'm riding it. So he pointed me in the right direction. I couldn't be happier with the way everything turned out. It was a bit of a makeover. We blacked out the wheels. They had chrome wheels before. My headlight ended up, he found a load light off of a Peterbilt tractor, and put a Peterbilt headlight on it. Friscoed the tank, did the bars like I said, he narrowed it. It had a 3-inch belt drive. He narrowed it to 1.5 inches to make sense of the mid controls. We did a knockoff on the rear wheel because it was a dual flange hub. We ended up on the other side, put a knockoff on there. He brought me this license torque bracket with a tail light that looks like a velocity stack to match my SU carburetor velocity stack. So when I saw the license plate bracket, I thought, man, that's a badass license plate bracket. And then he goes, yeah, did you like the way I did that velocity stack? And it didn't even. This is the way it works. My thing says, I blew it to match your velocity stack on your carburetor. It just didn't dawn on me then, but that's the way Rick thinks, you know. The way the frame here, you got the gusset that runs into the tank. That I didn't see before, but Rick saw all those little touches, those little details that really just topped everything off with this bike. So couldn't be happier with it. As we were getting the parts together and mocking it up, and I was doing what I could, and then I was asking for help from other people in the industry. One gentleman, and I'm not going to say any names, he told me that your bike is going to be nothing special. Nothing special is what he said. He told me that, and that's always stuck with me. So the name of this bike is Nothing Special, is what I call it, Nothing Special. So that's the name of this bike, and to me, it is something special. And now it truly is done. It's completed. After 18 years, all the details have been done, and again, like I said, I couldn't be happier with it. So yes, the bike is Nothing Special. My brother and I, we own it's our family business. We do medical waste processing and transport here in California, all of California. You know, we also own a shredding company where we shred secure documents. So we have 2 companies that we run. As far as how I got into motorcycles, I've always, my dad never had Harleys. Growing up, it was just something that, you know, you see a Harley going down the road making some noise, and then occasionally you see a chopper here and there, and you thought, man, that's super cool. I always went into flat bottoms. My dad's always had hot rods and flat bottoms, but never Harleys. So I just thought it was cool that when it really got popular and you started seeing TV shows, biker build-offs, Monster Garage, all that sort of thing. But when you start making a little bit of money, as you get out of high school, you start saving your money. You say, you know what, all this stuff that you're seeing on TV is super cool. I'm going to put a bike together, and that's kind of how I got into it. Was watching these shows on TV, and it really and it was just seeing the ideal, seeing the possibilities. What you can build with really not too much money if you're just careful on how you shop and go into the swap meets and that sort of thing. You can really put a bike together pretty cheap. So that's kind of how I got into it, and it's still, even though today I have 6 other bikes. I say 7 because I got some parts I could probably put together and put another bike together, but I'm going to end up finishing them all one day. Obviously, with the help of Rick, I got to get into his schedule. Yeah, he's a busy man. And then I'll do what I can do. But yeah, I'm always going to be into it. And I got 2 little ones, and I hope they follow right behind me. So, my name is Mike Mohoff. I'm from Fresno, California, and you're watching Greasing Gears.